Hello, good people, and welcome to Finest Skills Hub. Here, we learn, we connect, and we grow. In this short video, I'm going to walk you through how to use Power Pivot's KPI feature to visualize data. As you always do, join me in Excel and let's go through this in 5 minutes.
So here, I have data, regional sales by revenue, costs, and profit. My goal is to analyze this data against profit margin. Let's say my company has a profit margin target of 30%. I want to use pivot tables to analyze this and then visualize which region or transactions met that threshold or target. So to do that, we are going to first commit this table or data to the data model. So the data model sits in Power Pivot. So if you are using 2016 or beyond, Power Pivot is part of your Excel version. If it's not activated or sitting on your command tab, you can go to File, Options, Add-ins, and in the Manage options, you can choose COM add-ins. So Power Pivot is a COM add-in. When you click Go, in this list, you see the option to activate Power Pivot. Once you click OK, this tab should be made available. So our goal is to commit this to the data model that is already here. So standing in this data set, you just click Add to Data Model. So in the data model, we are able to create measures or DAX calculations. We are also able to use the KPI feature to visualize, among other things. So while we are here, this is my Power Pivot interface or my window. I've already committed the data, as you can see here. I can go back to Excel using the Excel icon on my top left. So I'm back here. Now I'm going to insert a pivot table from the data model. So I'll go to Insert Pivot Table. This from data model should be active. So I click from data model and then I'm going to put it in a new worksheet. So I have my pivot table here and then I have my data here. So essentially what I want to do is to analyze revenue, put it in values, costs, put it in values, and then profits, put it in value section. And then I'll put my region in rows. So I have region, revenue, cost, and profit. Now my goal is to calculate profit margin for each region. And to do that, I'm basically going to divide profits and revenue. I can do this using a measure. So in the Power Pivot tab, you see the option to calculate a measure, which is essentially a calculation with DAX in Excel. So once I'm here, I'll create new measure and I get the measure dialog box. So the first one is where my measure or calculation will reside. It's going to be in the default data table. The measure name is going to be profit margin. And I have an optional description field and my formula area. So over here, I can put in my formula for my profit margin. So it's going to be dividing. So I'm going to use the function divide. So my numerator is going to be a sum of the profit. So sum data profit. And then my denominator is going to be a sum again of data and revenue. So that is my numerator and denominator. There are cases where these two may not return any number. So there's an optional argument for what to return in this event. So you can choose to return a blank or 0. So I'll close this. So this is my DAX formula for calculating profit margin. You can check the formula. There are no errors here. And then you can go ahead and check the format. So it has to be a number and the format will be a percentage. So I have this. Once I click OK, this now comes in as a calculation, a new field that I can use in my pivot table. Now our goal is to visualize this so that for those that met the target of 30%, we put it in green, or we put a green icon here. Anything below will give it different colors. So to do that, we can use the KPI measure here. So I'll click new KPI, and the base field or the measure I'm going to do this on is the profit margin. If you have other measures, you can choose it from here. You have the option of defining the target value as a measure, but in our case, our target value is 30%. So we are going to check absolute value and then put in 0.30. So we now get this nice bar that allows us to put our target or threshold. So I can drag this to the target of 30%. So anything above this is going to be a green icon. And then let's say I want 25% to 30 to be yellow. Okay. Then after, I can choose the icon style. Now if I click OK, what I'm going to get is the status. So see status as a boolean, a 1 and 0 for those that met the target and those that did not. Okay, so if you come in here, you see that my profit margin KPI is here, and in there I have FX value, goal, and status. If I uncheck this and I bring this back, my visual has been created. Okay, Alt HAC to center this. Okay, and the good thing about KPIs is that it lives in your pivot table. So if you decide to analyze it with other fields, for example, take off this and let's say bring in city. Okay, you can still be able to check your profit margin by city as well. So it's a very handy tool. Please practice and add it to your list of Excel tricks. For more of these short videos, you can join our broadcast list. You can send ad to this WhatsApp number. We'll send videos directly to you. All our old videos are on our YouTube channel, Finance Skills Hub. Please visit, subscribe for notification of new videos, or connect with us on any of these social media handles. Thank you so much for watching.